Good morning, all of you. In today's session, we are going to discuss about UV visible instrumentation, how the compound give the signals when it is placed in UV visible spectrophotometer. So UV visible spectroscopy is alternatively known as electronic spectroscopy, and we also discussed about various kind of transitions which are possible in this UV visible region in the last class. In today's session, how the peaks or signals are generated when the compound placed in this UV visible spectroscopy. Entire instrumentation process, what are the various components present in this instrument and how they are working, the entire thing will be discussed in this class. So, in order to explain about UV visible instrumentation, let us go with schematic diagram. Later, we will discuss about various components in detail. This is about the instrumentation of UV visible spectrophotometer, where right. So this is about the UV visible spectrometer, where double beam diffraction process is employed in order to get the spectral signals. So here we have UV light source as well as visible. Everybody know UV visible spectroscopy is collectively studied in order to get the structure of unknown compounds. UV visible spectroscopy, we can use UV light and visible light in order to emit this UV visible radiation. This light source falls in the mirror one. Mirror is used to reflect the light. Reflection of light is possible. This reflected light is passing through the slit. Slit is the narrow compartment through which light is compressed to move. So already we know light having the provision of polydispersion. Polydispersion stands for it is having provision to oscillate in all possible directions. When it allows to pass through the slit, so slit used to compress the light, and that narrow beam of light is able to pass through this one. And another fragment, another component present in this UV visible spectrophotometer is diffraction grating. Diffraction grating is also known as monochromatic lens. Monochromator is the device, or diffraction grating is the device which used to convert polydispersed light into monodispersed light. Polydispersed light stands for light having the provision of moving in all possible directions. If it allows to fall on this diffraction grating, it used to collect only selective wavelength. Single beam of light, single path of light will be chosen, and which is able to fall on the sample, and remaining will be discarded. In this way, polydispersed light will be converted into monodispersed by passing through diffraction grating. And again, this will be passed through the slit too. This used to compress the light source again, and another mirror will be there which used to reflect the light. And here we have the provision of mirror. So here we have the provision of prism that used to split the single beam of light into two equal intensities. Two equally intense lights will be generated. These two beams are now reflected by mirror 3 and mirror 4. These mirrors are used to reflect the light, and one of the beam is considered as a reference beam and the second beam is considered as a sample beam. Reference beam is allowed to pass through reference cuvette, where we are holding the reference substance in this, the holder where we can place this reference material which is under study. And the sample beam is allowed to fall on the sample cuvette, where we are placing the sample whose structure we want to determine. The sample and compartment. Cuvette stands for the material which it is of 1 centimeter diameter or quartz material. So sample beams, these two light intensity after absorption, both can be monitored by these lenses. Later, this beam of flow to sample cuvette. So in this way, detectors are used to get the radiation which is coming from reference and sample cuvette. And these detectors are the optical devices. Detectors are the optical devices which used to convert electromagnetic radiation into a signal which is readable by a viewer. So the type of activity is carried by detector. So detector 1 is used to monitor change in the intensity of reference beam, and detector 2 is used for the monitoring of change in the intensity of sample beam. Hence, reference beam. So, reference beam after passing through the detector, which is denoted as I naught. I naught stands for intensity of initial radiation, because reference cuvette is not having any provision to absorb the light. Whatever light passing through the reference cuvette will not be absorbed, will not be changed any kind, and coming out as such. Hence, we can say it is denoted as I naught, which is the initial intensity of the light. You can say intensity of incident radiation. And when the sample beam is allowed to fall on the cuvette and pass through the detector, which is considered as I. Intensity of light radiation after the absorption by the sample can be denoted as I. Okay, so in this way, I naught is the intensity of initial radiation, I is the intensity of radiation after the absorption, right? This is about the entire series of instrumentation, how the process of what detection of unknown compounds are carried. That instrumentation process is detailedly described by this schematic diagram. Now let's go with individual parts which are used in this UV visible spectrophotometer. First is about radiation source. What kind of radiation source used to emit this UV light? UV light is conventionally released by taking either tungsten lamp, hydrogen deuterium lamp. Any one can be employed in order to release this UV visible radiation. Either tungsten or hydrogen deuterium lamp can be employed to release this UV visible light. When we are using tungsten lamp, it have the provision to release the radiation of 370 nanometers, which lays in this UV region only. Deuterium discharge lamp is able to emit less than 370 nanometers. So that is also falls in this UV visible region only. So based on our requirement, we can choose either tungsten lamp or hydrogen deuterium lamp for the radiation emission. Either of these two can be used for this UV visible light source. So here you can see tungsten lamp, which used to provide 370 nanometers of radiation. And this is about monochromator. We are using monochromator, which is also known as diffraction grating. Monochromator is the device which used to convert polydispersed light into monochromatic light, or single dispersed light, or single beam of light. The entire process is said to be grating. Grating stands for conversion of polydispersed light or polychromatic light into monochromatic light is called. To choose the selective beam of the light is called a grating process. That can be conveniently represented in this diagram, where white light stands for, which is the mixture of 7 colors, is passing through the dispersive element. Here we can take prism. So when it is passing through the prism, the white light can be fractionated into all 7 colors. When all 7 colors is able to pass through monochromator, this is called a monochromatic slit. This monochromatic slit having the provision to choose only one kind of radiation. Remaining radiations will be discarded from the source. Here, a selective beam of light can be chosen. This is a property of monochromata. And these are called sample compartments. Sample compartments of 1 centimeter path length. We can take the cuvette size of 1 centimeter, and they are made up of either silica or quartz materials. And these are transparent in nature. We can observe what is the sample, how it is irradiated with the light, and what will be the changes occurred in this compound. So for that purpose, we are taking transparent either silica quartz cuvettes of path length 1 centimeter. And next is about detector. Detector, the main purpose will be electromagnetic light converted into a signal by using these detectors. The most commonly employed detector in this UV visible spectrophotometer will be photomultiplier tube. By using photomultiplier tube, we can convert UV light into a readable signal. And these are the various possible detectors which can be applied in this UV visible spectrophotometer. So they may be ranges from very small size detector to larger one. So any one kind of material can be chosen, but the activity of those detectors will remain same. And next is about amplifier. Amplifier stands for which used to intensify, enhance the strength of the signal, because whatever signals generated by this UV visible spectrophotometer so may not be visible under some conditions. That's the reason why, in order to increase the convenience, this signal strength will be intensified by the device called amplifier. Amplifier used to intensify and also discard the noisy signals which are present in that. Any undesirable signals which present can be discarded by the usage of amplifier. And finally, recorder will be there. This is the output device. This is the entire UV visible spectrophotometer, and which is displayed on this top position will be the computer monitor used to record the signals. Whatever signals we are getting from the given unknown sample compound can be displayed on this screen, which is represented in this curvature form. Everybody know, always UV visible spectrophotometer is able to give the signals of broad peak. Peak is not tip-pointed. Instead, broad peak will be observed, which is the range of, it is covering the range of wavelength instead of a sharp peak. This is because of always UV visible spectroscopy is associated with 3 types of transitions, namely rotational transition, vibrational transition, and also electronic transition. That's the reason why always the peaks which observed in UV visible spectrophotometer will be broad in nature instead of sharp tip-pointed peaks. Then how it is working, how this UV visible spectrophotometer is working, now we are going to discuss. In order to know how the sequence of process in this instrumentation, first we are placing light source. So already we discussed in the diagram part itself, light source is either tungsten lamp or deuterium discharge lamp can be employed in order to release the light in this UV visible range. UV visible light range lays in between X-rays in the top place, and after visible we have IR radiation. It is the highest energy kind of electromagnetic radiation which used to provide electronic transitions within the molecule, right? So that kind of radiation emitted by tungsten bulb which placed in this UV visible spectrophotometer as a light source. And initial light having the provision of polydispersity having oscillation in all possible directions. Now it is allowed to pass through the monochromata, which is also known as diffraction grating, used to convert a single beam of light. That single beam allowed to fall on the prism, and that prism will split the signals into 2 equal intensities. Hence it is called a diffraction UV spectrophotometer. These two beams will be reflected by the mirrors and passes through the sample and reference compartments respectively. By passing these two, we can compare the change in intensity of the signals. That is the purpose of diffraction instrumentation. Then light signals can be analyzed by the device called detector. Signals will be generated by these detector connected with the amplifier device which you intend, and amplifier will record the signal and which displayed on the computer screen. This is about the entire process of which carried in this UV visible screen. Individual compounds are